Now, Bill Farnham, he is the Bespoke Toastmaster, a man who does far more than just introduce the guests, as he explains.
Basically, we're there to make sure the couple's day runs smoothly, stress-free for them. Right from in the morning, the bride getting ready, meeting the registrars. We're obviously there to make the formal announcements anyway as well, which a lot of people think that's the only thing we're there to do. But we're not. A lot of what we do is behind the scenes, making sure things happen when they should happen and run to time, as much as they can with a wedding, because typically with a wedding things tend to run a little bit behind. But yeah, if there's little mishaps or things happen, we smooth them out so the bride and groom don't even know about them, just so they're free to enjoy and relax and enjoy their day.
So there's a lot more to it than just doing the speeches. But obviously, the speeches themselves, a lot of people who have to do that, do that at a wedding, for example, the father of the bride, that must be quite stressful for them if they're not used to public speaking. Do you have to sort of calm them down a bit beforehand?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I always speak to the people doing the speeches beforehand, and then when it's their time to do their speech, I'll go and just tap them on the shoulder and have a little word with them, put them at ease, give them a little bit of confidence, just to build them up and get them ready for it. Just try and make them relax and enjoy it and take their time. Obviously, there are instances where it doesn't work, and on occasions, I've had it where they just couldn't carry on doing it. So basically, they hand me their speech, and I've read it out for them.
And you carry a bag of goodies with you, don't you, to make sure that you're able to deal with any eventuality that might take place during a wedding. What's in your secret bag?
Everything imaginable, from plasters, super glue, Velcro, needles, cottons, pins, hair grips, tights, everything you could think of, wipes, nail varnish in case they get some dresses, they can get a little snag or a little tag on them. So if you put a little bit of clear nail varnish on them or a little bit of super glue, it just stops it running and spreading. So things like that. Yeah, got everything I need in case I need it.
Weddings are always a bit weird, aren't they? Have you had any strange events that you've had to look after during your Toastmastership?
I think probably one that comes to mind is had a bride one day when it was on a hot summer's day. She was getting into her dress. There was a hook and eye on the top of her dress, and she gave a big sigh, and the hook and eye flew off into the atmosphere, just disappeared, never to be seen again. So needle and cotton come out, and I stitched her into her dress, and off she went. No one was any the wiser. I just said to her, the groom will have to cut you out of that tonight.
I remember once when I was I was the best man, and we had the the shirts that you get from Burton's, as was. Yeah. Forgot the cufflinks. Totally forgot you needed cufflinks.
Yeah. Got those in the bag as well. Yeah, definitely, sets of cufflinks. So everything like that, really. And another thing as well, I remember one wedding where I arrived and there were 8 groomsmen, and they all had self-tie bow ties. Not one of them had a clue how to tie a self-bow tie. So I had to tie their bow ties for them and get them off and say, it was fine. But it's all part of the day's work for a Toastmaster. That's what we're there for.
I suppose because people don't do weddings that regularly, whereas you do, you know what's likely to go wrong, don't you? And
yeah, exactly.
where people are going to need you.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Having spent so long in the wedding industry, you know things, how they should happen, when they should happen. And if things aren't running to time or, in a nice way, you can G them along, get things back on track. I'm not the sort of Toastmaster that stands there barking at people. I try and do it in a friendly manner, but, efficiently, with authority.
I have to say, you look absolutely resplendent in your red jacket with you will describe it as a gong, don't you? Because there is a worshipful company of Toastmasters.
There's all different guilds and associations that you can be a member of, and you have to go undertake professional training and then sit exams and practical assessments. And then if you complete all those and you pass those, then you're invited to join an association or a guild. So, yeah, I'm a member of the UK School of British Toastmasters. It's a lovely job. I love doing it. I spent a long while in the wedding industry as a photographer, which I absolutely loved. And then when I couldn't do that anymore, this seemed to be a natural progression. A very good friend of mine who is a Toastmaster as well recommended that I tried doing it, and I did all my training, and here I am today.
And tell us a little bit about what you are wearing, because you will add a lot to a wedding just by what you're wearing.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, people tend to take notice of someone wearing a red jacket. I have, on an instance, done a wedding before where the couple said, can you wear something different than the red jacket? I said, I can wear whatever you want, within reason. So they said, can you wear a dinner suit? I said, absolutely fine, I'll wear whatever you want. I said, but do be aware that people tend not to take notice so much if you haven't got the red jacket on. And it was, it was obvious that although the day ran smoothly and it was absolutely fine, when you kind of announce things or try to get people to do things and you're dressed like one of the guests, they kind of look at you and say, who's that telling us what we're to do? Whereas if you've got the red jacket on, they think, oh, we need to take notice of him. He knows what he's doing. And the other thing I always do is any couple that books me, I always meet them before the wedding. I don't take a booking over the phone and then that's it, and it's a stranger turning up on their wedding day. We arrange a date, meet up, have a coffee and a chat, get to know each other a little bit. I can find out exactly how they want their day to run, plan it for them so it's bespoke to them. And then on the wedding day when I arrive, I'm not a stranger.
So there's a lot more to it than just turning up. You're actually helping people prepare for the day.
Exactly, yeah. And then I'm always there as well along the process. Once they've booked me, if anywhere along the line they need help with anything, I just tell them, give me a call, drop me an email. If you need any advice, any help with anything, just get in touch.
It sounds like every wedding needs a Bill to ensure that things run smoothly. And if you feel that your day could do with somebody to keep order, and let's be honest, whose doesn't, then you can find Bill at bespoketoastmaster.uk and on social media.